Well, hey there, guys. My name is Cerise. Welcome to Relationship Podcast. Yes, we're going to talk today about how do you know if the dude really wants you. Now, guys, I would love for you to put your comments down below and tell me what you think. If you feel that I'm on the right track telling these ladies all about you men. But I have experience. I'm a mom and I've dated a lot in my life when I was younger. And men are not that easy to figure out. They just aren't. Women can sometimes be difficult. Like, let me give you a couple of examples. Men, when they want something, they're going to go for it. Ladies, when a man wants you, he's not going to say, I'm going to wait 3 days until I call her. You remember back in the day when that used to happen? When guys would get a girl's number and or a girl would get a guy's number and she wouldn't call him, or she would wait for him to call her before she called him. Well, that's the thing of the past now, because everyone's just getting up in each other's DMs on, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok and everything. So now people are actually more interactive. Now, I will say this. Sometimes, ladies, when a man does message you, he finds you interesting. It doesn't mean he wants to marry you right away. It doesn't mean he wants to have children and shack up immediately. It means that he's intrigued. Okay, so how do you know if he wants you or is even interested? He will message you. He'll say, hey, how you doing? And he'll ask you questions, how your day was. He'll ask you about you, trying to get to know you. And I think that is pretty amazing, right? Now, as time goes on to the next phase, you go out on a date. It went very well. You like him. He's feeling you. His communication level is still there. It's not changing. He's, hitting you up a little bit more, sounding like he's into you a little bit more. But you're still doubting where his feelings are. What is going on around his head? How much does he like you? How much does he want to be with you? And of course that makes us all wonder. You can say, yeah, I know he likes me. I know he's feeling me, but I don't know where this is going. You don't always have to plan where something is going. Most times you just have to sit back, relax, and allow things to grow. Don't fit it into these little compartments that make you comfortable. Don't take a flower out of the soil, snip it off, and say, I want it right here in a vase, because it's going to die. Don't dictate to a man how you want him to treat you and how quickly you want things to grow. Be patient. Patience is the second key. You see, the first key is talk to him on the phone, adore him as he adores you, go out and have your date. The second phase is don't push too fast. He likes you. He's still talking to you. He's still committing to the conversations. Maybe he's even video calling you. Maybe he's even calling you on the phone instead of getting all up in your DMs. He wants to talk to you. He's setting up the next time you guys are going to see each other. So don't push the relationship by, forcing him to see you sooner than what he says he wants to see you. And a man, when they like something, they will let you know. And ladies, it's not science. When you like something, you like it. And I think we can take it back to when we're all children. When you taste a piece of candy and you're like, wow, I like that candy. You're going to continue to ask for it. But anytime you get money to go buy that 1 cent, well, back in my day, we could get candy for 1 cent, 5 cents, stuff like that. So you can take, as soon as you get money as a child, you go back and you buy that sweet, that treat that you really enjoy. The same thing is with adults. When we enjoy something, we keep going back for it. We like it. We feel like it's something that we can enjoy. And that's exactly how a man is. So don't force him. And if it's not fitting, and you know that it's not fitting, and he's not communicating with you, and he's not returning your text messages as quickly as he was when you guys first started to talk, when he slid up in your DMs, and he has pulled back, then just be patient. There could be a slew of reasons why he pulled back, but chances are he just lost interest, you know? This is something I always say. But if he's not pulling back and he's continuing with the conversations, then let it roll. I've had a few clients before, females, and they're like, he hasn't invited me over to his house yet. And I'm like, okay, well, let that slide, you know, continue to go out. Maybe he's a slow mover. And she's like, I think he has a wife. And I'm like, you think he has a wife because he is not inviting you to his house? He's not inviting you to a hotel room. He's not trying to get all up in your panties. He's actually respecting you and taking your time. And then the woman would be like, well, yeah, I guess so. But he hasn't introduced me to his friends yet. Well, you know what? Maybe he's the type of guy that's not doing that. You know, I live here in the Dominican Republic, and I love it. But I've noticed that in a lot of relationships, the men will take the women home almost immediately. And the women are like, oh my gosh, he took me home. That's so sweet. But I can't tell you how many stories I have heard about his girlfriend being in the same living room when he shows up with his new girlfriend. You may ask, why would he do that? Well, it could be because he's trying to get money out of that other woman, the new woman. It could be that, you know, him and that other woman are just maybe on the outs and that other woman is still hanging out with the mom. There's all different reasons. Maybe they have an open relationship. Just because a man takes you home, it doesn't mean that he's super committed. Just because he introduces you to his friends, it also doesn't mean that he's super committed. It could be that he introduced you to his friends right away and just to see what his friends think about you, just to kind of test it. You know, what do you think of her? I like her, but what do you think of her? And then all of a sudden you're hanging around his friends, they're treating you really great, you know, they're jiving and cooling with you and everything, and then all of a sudden you're gone and they say to him, I don't know, I think she's kind of clingy, I don't think she really matches with you. And then you're like, why is he pulling back? He just introduced me to all his friends, right? Don't think because a man is introducing you to his mama, his papa, his friends, that he is all that committed. It could be that he's testing you out. He wants to see what you're all about. And then on the other hand, don't think that a man is not committed because he's not introducing you to his family and his friends. It could be that he just needs time. He is committed to you. He's committed to the relationship that's being built. He wants to grow with you, but he also respects his family and his friends, and he doesn't want to take just any woman home at any given time. You know, he could be the guy that only wants to take that one special woman home, that one woman that he's going to call his wife. Okay, so there are so many signs that you will be looking for and trying to read, but all of them are different with each person. The only signs you should be reading is communication and also making time for you. When he is making time for you, even though he's busy, or even though he's tired, or even though he is just going to come by for 5 minutes just to look in your eyes and kiss you and hug you, that's all right. Even if he can just meet up with you for a coffee at a coffee shop and you guys can't go to each other's place, that's all right. Take a walk in the park. Get to know him. Sometimes it's best to allow a man to be chivalrous. A lot of these days, women, they complain. He didn't open the door for me, the car door for me. He didn't open the, grocery store door for me. He's rude. And then you have other women saying, I can open my own car door. I don't need you to open it for me. What do you think? This is the old-fashioned days? Men really, at this point, they don't know if the woman is a feminist and just wants to be independent and do things on her own and just be loved and cuddled when it's right for her. Or is she an old-fashioned traditional woman that really wants to do things and serve her king? So they are just leaving it up to the woman and they are moving slow. They don't know what the woman's doing online half the time. They don't know how many men are sliding up in your DMs. A lot of men don't want to make themselves vulnerable to you. So what they do is they take their time and they're getting to know you. And when they're getting to know you, it is really important for you to remember that they are communicating with you. They are giving you their time. Those are indicators that they are into you and they are feeling you. They're like, you know what? I want to see this woman. I want to go meet up with her again. And driving to go see you, or going on the bus to go see you, or even just walking to go see you. He is taking time out of his day to commit to you. So, don't push them and probe them and be like, I need you to do more. Or, where were you today? Or, and don't let it go to your head that this man likes you, because once you start getting under his skin and accusing him of doing something that he's not doing, even if he did it in his past relationships, even if he seems like he's talking to a lot of other women, don't push the man away. If he is walking towards you and he is getting closer to you and he is committing to you, calling you and complimenting you and laughing with you, then keep doing that. Because there's nothing more better than making your man happy and just being easy breezy cool. A cool woman is a woman that guys like. They don't like a woman that's all up in their face, all up in their grill, yelling and hollering and demanding things. They really don't like that type of trifling woman. So cool your jets, relax, and just be a friend. Not a friend with benefits, but be a friend and a lover. And you will see, when you're sweet, you will definitely get that B. All right, guys, I thank you so much for joining me. My name is Cerise Fairfax. If you like this type of content, then please go ahead and subscribe for free. It is free to subscribe to my channel. And I give all types of information, random information. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I know that you subscribe to my channel for one of these topics that I talk about. And if you're new here, the topics that I usually focus on are the Dominican Republic, like relocation. I do counseling. When I help people to relocate, I focus on real estate. I also focus on travel and tourism and story time and soul coaching. Soul coaching, like right now, relationships and meditation. Join me every Monday for relationships, and we will talk soon. I thank you so much for taking the time to spend with me right now. I know you have a world full of YouTube channels and videos that you can click on, and I'm so happy that you decided to click on this one. I love you. Huge hugs, loads of love, and big blessings. Be good to the men out there.